Hello and welcome to the latest Lukozer retro game review video. This one is, I guess, a bit special. It was 1 year ago to the day that I did my first retro game review video, which was Impossible Mission for Commodore 64. So, for this 1 year milestone, I can't believe it's been a year, and here I am doing video number 171. Mind you, imagine how many I would have done if I hadn't wasted all my time playing shit like Elite Dangerous. Speaking of Elite Dangerous, actually, I'm selling my account with that, so if you're interested, let me know and make an offer. And yes, I do know the value of it, so make a serious offer. Anyway, so this is Moonstone, which was released by Mindscape in 1991. Actually, Moonstone: A Hard Day's Night, to give it its full title. And this was quite a departure from Mindscape, really. They were, for a while anyway, known for rather straight-laced strategy games. This is neither a strategy game, nor is it in any way straight-laced. Dark humour aplenty in this one. This was one of, well, many games that I had back in the day, and I was a big fan, but it had some serious problems, which were downright infuriating, and I suspect I'm not going to be lucky enough to escape them during this video. So what we shall do is set the game up. I'll set it up as a two-player game. There's a very good reason for doing that. It allows me to show you one of the major issues with this game. Gore absolutely stays on. This game has gore, extreme gore at that, for that matter, and extreme violence aplenty. And let's face it, in the world of gaming, extreme gore and extreme violence are very much magic words. And this game does not fail to deliver both. There is also plenty of humour in it. It's basically a beat 'em up, well, hack and slash game, depending on how you want to describe it. And it has the very bare essentials of supposed role-playing elements, but anybody who actually refers to this game as a role-playing game is a fucking idiot, to be quite frank. Anyway, let's select our knights. Now, when I played this, I always started as the green knight. There's a very good reason for this, which you will discover when we get the game underway. So, we shall be Sir Lukozer. And the second knight will be the blue one. He can be Sir, I don't know, I think be Sir Twat. Right. Now, here we are then with the display area of the map, and I start in the bottom here, move along, and when you reach a layer you press fire. Now you only have a very limited amount of space that you can move, and also only a limited amount of time in which you can move. But nevertheless, here we are at the first battle. And this is why I like being green, because this area contains the area of the rat men, who are among, well, not so much among the easiest, they are the easiest enemies to face. I'd not want to fucking get beaten by these shitty lot. Yeah, right, there's still a couple of them left, and I have been beaten by them. That's taking a piss. It also shows how shit I am. Right, so obviously these where it says life points are the number of lives. You can throw daggers, but they are useless against rat men. This is your sword. You start off with a basic long sword. You also start off with basic padded armour. Your strength, your constitution, your endurance all starts off at 1. As you gain experience points, you can use that to increase your strength, constitution or endurance. Gold is pretty self-explanatory. Hit is, of course, your hit points. Now, when you are playing a single-player game, you have to get 3 experience points in order to bump up your strength, constitution, or endurance by 1. With a 2-player game, which we are playing, and also with a 3-player game, I think. No, it's just a 2-player game. You have to get 2 experience points, and then you can bump up strength, constitution or endurance by 1. If you're playing 3 or 4 players, then you only need 1 experience point, and you can then bump these up. Strength increases the amount of damage that you do per hit. Constitution increases your amount of hit points, and endurance increases how far you can travel on the map. So anyway, now we are with the Blue Knight, who well, let's take a look at this layer. I do quite like the rather eerie lighting of the picture of Stonehenge there. What I don't like is the fact that you have to load almost every level, which is not ideal. So you need to hack away at these approaching like beasts that run at you and try to impale you with that horn in their head. If you mistime it like that, then they will hit you. If you mistime it badly, they will run through you and just impale you in one go. I didn't badly mistime it, although it does rather look like I did. The trouble with them constantly running across like this is that you spend a hell of a lot of time just waiting for them to appear like that. If they don't appear right in line, then well, you've got to wait for them again. That's 2 down. I thought that was it. There are a variety of moves, which I'm not really getting the chance to show. The lunge is the really useful move on this level. So, there is the... I'll show you the other fighting moves as we go along. Fucking hell, how many more times have I got to fucking hit these things? One more, but I am so low on energy now that I'm not likely to survive. Especially as I keep doing that and mistiming it. So that's him dead. This game is pretty difficult getting through each level or each layer. So anyway, because we both visited a layer, that's our turns over. So we now go to the next day. Now what we are actually doing is in each of the 4 locations, or the 4 like quarters of the map, there is a particular segment of a key that will then allow you to enter the central area, where you can then fight to the Guardians and claim a Moonstone. And if you have the right Moonstone for the right phase of the moon, i.e. is it a new moon or a waxing moon or full moon or whatever, then that will then allow you to, for fuck's sake, that will then allow you to enter Stonehenge, and then I've completely lost the thread of what I was talking about. You can enter Stonehenge, and that will then allow you to become immortal. That's pretty much the what that's all about. Now, I could really do with using that potion of healing, but I can't use it at the moment because I've just picked it up. And because I've visited that area, that is now my go over. So let's go back to blue, see if we can finish this layer. Now if your lives get too low, and believe me, they will do that very quickly, you can return to your home village, and it will give you back like an extra, one of your lives. And yeah, so you get a life back, but you can only do that 3 times. You can also go to Stonehenge early and give the magic, or use a magic device, as I've finished that screen, to yes, which you give to the oh, I'll definitely have that. You give the magic item to the head druid, and he will give you some of your lives back. The number of lives you get back depends on how well or how valuable the magical item is that you give away. Right, now you press space, you enter this screen here, which allows us to drink the healing potion. I can't use the talisman of the worm here, it's not really much use to me, so let's go to another layer. Let's go to this one. So I am not exactly doing it particularly well here, because well, it's cost me a life on each layer that I've been to. This is another one with rat men. Now if you, as well as increasing your strength, if you get a better sword, it will allow you to do more damage per hit there as well. So all I'm doing here is the regular sweeping shot. Of course my knight is flashing because he's on low health. That's a backwards sweep. There we go, so that's that level done. Firing down does a special defensive move like that. After all that, all I get is bloody 26 gold. Yeah, one more hit and I was dead, so I shall increase constitution now that I can. And I think that's his turn over. Yes, it is. Now blue will head to the town here, the city of Highwood, and here you can visit the merchant to buy better weapons. Let's see what we can get. As well as better weapons, you can also buy additional daggers. There's your improved swords or improved armour. I will go for the better armour actually. Actually no, I won't. I will go for the improved sword. Right. You can also sell some of the items you've got. That scroll of acquisition is quite handy though. I'll show you how that works in a bit. Right, so you can go to the tavern, but going to the tavern if you don't have any money results in not much happening. I didn't think I had any money, but it appears I do. It's loading. Oh yes, you gamble. I'm not going to bother because your gold just disappears. The healer, I would imagine, is self-explanatory. You don't really need me to tell you. And then you have this section, the High Temple, for buying or selling your magical items. What has he got? It's another. He hasn't really got anything here that I want, so we won't bother with that. I'll show you the healer once it loads. Here we go. So basically, while it plays part of the music from Carl Orff's Carmina Burana suite, you can choose how many gold you want to donate to him, and then he will heal you in the guise of getting your hit points up and extra lives, depending on how much you donate to him. For 11 gold he won't do a great deal at all. Right, so these other knights, I don't know if these other knights here, the NPC one's about to attack Blue, Sir Twat. I don't know if these are the black knights that the game refers to. I'm going to stick my neck out and say they're not difficult to kill, but that's almost certainly going to be the famous last words. Here we go, and okay, I mistimed it. While he was on his knees like that, you can decapitate him, but I buggered off, so I completely wasted it. Now, what has he got? You can take one of his items. He has nothing really that important, but so I'll take his gold. There we go. Alright, so the next day. Right, now what I'll do here is I'm going to keep moving green and not go to a lair. And there you see the problem. It stops and instantly blue then can start moving. But if you are playing a multiplayer, the chances are that if you're green, you then accidentally move blue, then you've got to hurry up and give them the joystick so that then they can do their move, all this within a time limit as well. So the whole multiplayer section on the map is horribly fucking you know, sloppily done. Anyway, I just like the way you just slice them in half. Now as you complete additional layers, and now he has that gushing great blood spouting out of here, it's out of his injury, but there was only 2 there, so that's not too bad. Right, so we'll take the gold. I can now increase I always increase constitution first for obvious reasons. I just need those extra hit points. Now you've seen 3 lots of creatures. There are still 3 more that I haven't yet shown you. Let's see if we can spot them, if we can get to them. We have to go across the mountains. Obviously, the more difficult the terrain, the slower you move over them. Now this is probably a layer that has baylocks, and yeah, these bastards are quite tough. Every creature has a move that is an instant fatality move. These have a particularly nasty one. They just stamp on you and you just get blown apart. The secret is to keep moving and not have them do that. That's them stamping on you and you just become a bloody smear on the ground. Right, now we'll have blue heading over here as well. I haven't found any of the keys that I need, and that's his move is done. Green is being attacked by a black knight. Now hopefully I can actually go through some of the moves now. I've shown the lunge, I've shown the really back slice, and I've shown the regular move there. That's the most frequently used move. He did the defensive move there. That's the overhead sweep. That's quite a devastating move if it connects. And fuck it, hell. There we go, and take his head off. There is also the throwing of the knives like that. You only have a limited number of knives, so you don't really want to use them too often. He's got fuck all, so I'll take his gold. In fact, green could really do with buying some more stuff, as blue is now being attacked by another black knight. Yeah, so that black knight tried to use the knife. And there you go, he was not difficult at all. And he has absolutely fuck all. I can't even take his daggers because I have a full amount. So yeah, that was pointless. Okay. Right, so green will take to this tower. This is where the wizard Matt is, and you need a bit of luck here. Sometimes he will grant you an extra ability, sometimes he will lower an ability. So yeah, it's completely random. So you go, you ring the bell, bottom of the floating wizard tower, sensor unease, rise in the air, tall dark figure slowly rises onto the balcony some 50 feet above your head. And with a low, powerful breath, the mighty wizard Matt speaks. Many of us know that ones are going to flow strongly around you. This gift is for you. That usually means he's giving me gold. Yeah, there you go, 24 gold. So I don't really need gold. This talisman of the worm, it's when the dragon shows up, and I'll have blue visit the wizard as well. And I think the talisman of the worm means that the dragon will stay away from you. You can get a scroll of the worm. If you use it, you can then choose which knight the dragon will attack. So let's see what blue gets. Use this gift to find what you seek. The future for you is uncertain. Okay, 20 gold there, so oh well. Right, so now this black knight's coming after green. There are still two creatures that I haven't yet shown you, the mudmen, who are just weird, and the trolls, who are bloody difficult to defeat. Right, so let's see what happens here. 2 hits, 3 hits, the next one should be the one that does him in. If he doesn't defend it, there we go. Take his head off, and that's him defeated. See, the fight's against the knights, and again, he's got fuck all. Mind you, I can take a dagger, because, yeah, I did use some. You don't get any experience points for killing the knights, because, well, they're just not really that strong an enemy. You will get experience if you kill them outright, i.e. if you take their last life. Let's see if I can show. I think this is a mudmen lair. These creatures are just weird. Now these lot have the instant fatality move where they just suddenly leap and drag you under the ground. There we go. Right, so that's a Mudman. You don't want to stay in line with them for too long, because that's when they suddenly will just reach out and drag you underground. Oh, lucky to get away with that. And there you go, that's the fatality. I stayed in that place too long. He just drags you under there. So that's another life lost. I am doing exceptionally shit here. Oh no, it looks like a Black Knight's coming after blue, so... So let's get on with the review proper then, shall we? Graphically, I think the game is fantastic. The gore, the violence all comes across extremely well, and it looks fantastic. You can't fault the graphics at all. Same with the sound. The sound is extremely well done, and the gameplay would be great if it wasn't for that problem with travelling around the map when you're changing from one player to the next. But the game has more issues than that. This game has a lot of bugs. It was released in quite a badly bugged state. I always had trouble let's get the best armour. I will sell that Talisman of the Worm at the High Temple here. Get 26 for that. Actually, does that mean I can afford the Sword of Sharpness? No, it's 52. But I can afford the Claymore. So there you go. Got the second best sword and the best armour. That will certainly help. Anyway, yes, the bugs. If you are attacking a creature, this is where the trolls are, I think. Occasionally, instead of getting the death animation, your character just disappears. The sprite just vanishes. Also, when the dragon starts coming along, I have been able to actually defeat it, and every time I defeated the dragon, the game would crash. Yeah, this is the trolls, and when they hit you with that overhead hit, they just splat you, and you just turn into a twisted mass of metal with blood spraying everywhere. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was close. Looks like Blue's obviously done quite well, because he's having to kill a lot more of these than normal. Mind you, it gets really difficult when you have like two of them coming on screen at once. Oh Christ, how many more? This must be the last one, which means I'm bound to get splattered by it. Oh, I thought that was what was going to happen there. Oh, and that's it. Ta-da! That's actually the special defensive move, but it always just looks like he's posing. So after all I get is 15 gold. So yeah, I'm really not doing very well at all. So anyway, yes, defeating the dragon results in the game crashing, which isn't exactly a great display. There is the dragon, so that's now in the area. Okay, let's do this layer. And that is the big problem with it, and the sloppy way of changing players on the map is bad. The fact that you have to have every level loading is, well, it's not good. This is where things get really difficult now, because we're fighting two at the same time. That's one slashed in half. Bloody hell. You can see I can take a lot more hits now because I have the much better armour, but it doesn't make the game any easier. Still have at least two more to kill, obviously. Bloody hell, right, so still two. Right, now I'm starting to flash, which means that I'm... Oh, for fuck's sake, I thought that was the last one. Well, there's no way I'm going to do this level. But I mean, look at the area, it's an absolute fucking bloodbath. And there we go, that's me dead. So the game is extremely tough. And the bugs don't help one bit. What I will do, I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to see if I can show the dragon. That's me running out of time. That wasn't... Don't tell me the dragon was just killed then by that Black Knight. The dragon seems to have just disappeared. If that has happened, that's the first time I've seen it. I wanted to show the dragon for this video, but it looks like they've vanished. Or it's just, well, it seems to have vanished anyway. There you go. Lop his head off. No, just didn't quite time it. But nevertheless, I still managed to kill the bastard. He's still got fuck all that I want. So, alright, next day. Oh no, dragon's still here. Right, is he? Oh, so I'm trying to actually catch the bloody dragon, but it's not giving me the chance. I'm coming here to heal up, and assuming I have the credits to do it, or the gold rather to do it. So how do I score the game? I score it 7. I don't think he's going to do much for 11 gold. There you go. Because the actual, combat screens are fantastic. The dragon actually fucking went off the other way. Does that mean that the dragon is actively avoiding me or something? Right, Stonehenge incidentally is inside the forest area. The stone circle in the middle of the map there is the entrance to where you go to actually attack the Guardians. I'll show you what Stonehenge is like. There you go. So to be granted a longer life, you must offer an item of magical nature to Danu, who is the head of the druids. I don't have any magical items, so I can't do it, so I've got to exit. So let's see if Blue can catch the dragon. It looks like he has. Not that he would actually, if he had any sense, would want to do this, but this is to show you what the dragon is all about. Now blue is already very low on health, so the chances are we're not going to see very much here. Now, I'll say back in the day I was able to defeat the dragon and kill it, and when I did, it meant that the game would then crash. So that's what happens if you get caught in its flames. If you get too close, he just leans down and bites your head off. So anyway, that is Moonstone. The combat is fantastic, but the way the map is done is really not very good, and the bugs are just ruin it. You know, effectively, if you are attacked by the dragon, you have to let it kill you, otherwise the game will crash. Now, it could be that there is a set of disc images, because this game comes on 3 discs, that have been fixed, but I have no idea if that is the case. If it is the case, then I would say definitely give it a go, and I would bump the score up. But because of those bugs, I can't give it a great rating, but because I enjoy the combat side of it so much, and because I love, you know, the violence and the gore levels, I would still rate it 7 out of 10, despite the problems with the map screen and the bugs that, you know, well, mean that it's not anywhere near as good as it could have and should have been. So that is Moonstone Hard Day's Night for the Commodore Amiga, 7 out of 10. That brings this video to an end, and we will see you at the next one.